Well, welcome back. Today I've brought in this Chinese elm, this large Chinese elm. I brought in to do a little bit of clean up on it, pruned some of these long shoots back again, that's shooting off out of it. But the main thing I brought in for is to do some work on this root base. What I'll do is I'll just give the tree a bit of a pruning first, and then we'll have a look at the root base. So, glasses. Come in a little bit now so you can just see a lot of the shoots starting to stick out a bit. So we're just going to prune them back, keep it into a profile, keep the foliage tight. I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy with the pruning, just cleaning it. It's mainly in today because I want to try and fix the root base on it, and I'll explain that to you what I mean in a while. Just get this pruned off a bit. Separation between the beds. So again, if I was going to spend a bit more time on it when I had it pruned like this, I would like clean out each pad and separate it into smaller clumps, but just for today, that's not the operation I brought it in to do. This tree was unrecognisable when I got it compared to what it is now. You wouldn't even think it was the same tree. It was in very poor state. It had just a few long branches with very little foliage on them, and all the foliage was right out to the ends of the branches, and they were really long with a leaf about that far apart. The leaves were, it was so like stretching for light. I think it was up on a top shelf in one of these big garden centre places, and I'd say it was really lacking in everything. So yeah, it was really suffering. So I brought it home and I decided it was in such a bad state I didn't want to do any root pruning on it, and I will, actually I'll just pause the video and we'll finish doing this, and then we'll go on to the roots because you don't need to see me doing all the pruning. Okay, so we'll turn that fan off. It's a bit noisy. Okay, so we've just kind of give the foliage a quick pruning just to get it a little bit more into profile, get rid of all the bits sticking out and stuff. Like I said, I would do a much more individual pads, work on each pad if I was going to be doing a proper job on the foliage, but for now I just wanted to get rid of all the bits that are sticking out and stuff, just get it back in profile, because my main aim today is to work on the roots. So we'll have a look at that, not the roots, the root base. Okay, so this is the root base, and as you can see it's pretty bad, because when I got this tree it was in a much smaller pot, and the roots were folded back and jammed into the pot. The same on this side. But the tree was so weak I didn't want to just chop off the roots and try and grow new roots. So I said I'd grow the tree, get it strong and healthy for a couple of years, which I have done. So the tree is doing really well now. So now what I'm going to do is work on this root base. So my plan is, like, I can't really cut that off now and that there and dropped it. My plan is to drop it down so we kind of hide that a bit. But I can't just chop that now because there's no roots, and the same here. So my plan is to try and get roots to come out the bottom of the here and the bottom of this one. So they're coming out here and out here, and if I can get them to grow down and maybe either cover this root, this big root that's folding back, or maybe I can get in there then afterwards next spring and chop this root off, or the year after even, depending on how fast we can get these roots to grow, if at all. So that's what my plan is. Don't know how successful it will be, but we'll give it a go anyway. So what I want to do is basically do like a ground layer on it, but just on the two roots. I want to try and strip both the bottom of the roots off on both sides. Not sure how successful it'll be, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to take off all the bark on the bottom of the roots, right back to the wood. So I'm making sure I'm right into the wood there. Seems pretty good. Got a nice clean cut, and it's right into the back to the wood. And now we'll do the same on this side. Going that way and that way. So we've got all the bark off like that. I don't know how successful this will be, but we'll try it. If it isn't, then we'll have to try something different, or maybe we'll just have to bury the whole tree right up. I haven't repotted this since the day I got it, which was a few years back now. So I just put it in this bigger pot. Okay, so that's nice and flat right back. So is this one. Let me take another slowly, sort that just to make sure. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put some rooting hormone powder onto it. So just put some of that in there. Hormone powder, and maybe I should do, I'll just plaster it in there with the brush on both sides. Get plenty in there if I can. Okay, now I have some sphagnum moss here which I've been soaking, so that's nice and wet now. So we'll try and pack some of that underneath, squeeze out some of the moisture, and pack that in under there. That's completely filled that gap. I'll do the same on this side. second. Now I have some of this rooting hormone liquid as well, so we may as well pour some of that onto the sphagnum mass. We should put some on it first so it can be soaked into it. Okay. Now, to stop that drying out now, I'm just going to put some ordinary mass around it, and hopefully it'll work as a bit of a barrier to stop the wind drying it out. The stone was here because the tree was very lopsided, so I had to put stone in to kind of lift this side of the tree. So that's just jammed in underneath that root. Eventually, hopefully that can come out too. Okay, so have all that packed in there now. It's a bit of an experiment. I'm not sure how well it'll work, if it'll work at all. It might, because we're getting late in the season now, it might be just started the root. We'll just do it again then next year. And we'll keep it going until we do eventually, hopefully, fill it all with root. And then we can either chop off the two ends. So our root base is kind of coming out here. We'll try and work it so that they're spreading out that way, or we can bury the tree deeper in the pot like that. Either way, it's bound to look better than it does now. Okay, so we'll just have a little look at the whole tree now. Okay, so see now it's well covered. Hopefully the wind will keep that mass will keep the wind out and keep it nice and wet. I'll try and make sure I keep it moist at all times. Tree's looking good, a lot healthier now. As you can see, it's plenty of leaves on it now, nice tight foliage. I've shown on a couple of videos how I like to prune my trees to keep the foliage tight on these Chinese elms. I don't let it grow out at all, big long shoots, unless, like this back branch, I did leave grow. These here, I left them grow a bit long, so they were just to thicken the actual, just part of the branch up. And then once this part was thickened up, then I chopped the back, and then I started working on tightening up the foliage, so that when you're looking at the tree, you can just see that branch through there. Still needs to go another bit. I want it to kind of come up to here somewhere. But other than that, it's doing okay. Okay, so that's it for this video. Fingers crossed that it works, and we'll keep you updated. So don't forget to subscribe, and please give me the thumbs up and drop any comments down below, all that kind of stuff. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.